Today on Forbes, how this Indian immigrant went from an H1-B visa to building a $5.5 billion business. Jyoti Bansal sold his first company to Cisco in 2017 and then hit the road. He was on his second African safari, eyeing the now familiar savannah, when it dawned on him that over the past several months, he had already hiked Machu Picchu, marveled at Norwegian fjords, and trekked across the Himalayas. He was only 39 years old, and there was nothing left on his bucket list. Speaking from his home office in San Francisco, where he lives with his family, Bansal, who is now 47, says, quote, "I tried to retire. People say once I retire, I'm going to do what I enjoy. I asked myself, do I enjoy playing golf all the time or being on the beach all the time? I don't really. I realized why not just go back to what I enjoy, building a company." So, he launched Harness, an AI-based software delivery platform that announced this past week that it had raised a $240 million Series E round from Goldman Sachs Alternatives, Institutional Venture Partners, and Menlo Ventures at a $5.5 billion valuation, enough to make Bansal a new billionaire. Forbes estimates his net worth is $2.3 billion, thanks to an estimated 30% stake in Harness and plenty of cash from selling his first company, AppDynamics, which diagnoses and troubleshoots software anomalies, to Cisco in 2017, mere days before it was set to IPO. Bansal's first venture inspired his second. He says, quote, "The problem I was fascinated with at AppDynamics was when you ship software and a glitch happens or an outage happens, our software helps them fix it. People don't often realize writing code is just the first 30% of the job. Then you have the next 70% of the job to make sure you test that code properly." Harness uses AI agents to automate the manual labor of making sure code is secure and compliant with different regulations. Harness does this by breaking up the different tasks involved in shipping code, such as testing, optimizing, and securing that code, by using AI to automate each of those steps. Bansal compares the technology to a physical safety harness. It sells its delivery software to companies ranging from United Airlines to Citi to reduce an engineer's toil of testing and deploying code. Bansal says, quote, "If you bring $1 trillion of efficiency to the world, people will gladly pay you at least 10% of what you save them." He's not quite at $1 trillion. The company generates closer to $250 million so far, but generative AI is making the service that much more mission critical. While most of its revenue comes from the continuous delivery business, Harness runs 16 other related products under its business, such as cybersecurity company Traceable, a separate company that Bansal founded and later merged with Harness that prevents hackers from attacking a company's code through its interface systems. Steve Herrick, a partner at Institutional Venture Partners, which has funded all three of Bansal's businesses, in addition to companies like Discord, Klarna, and Slack, says, quote, "That's what he calls a startup within a startup. When he came to pitch Harness in 2017, he didn't only pitch continuous software delivery. He laid out a roadmap for the next 5 to 7 modules they were going to do." Herrick continues, quote, "It's a very ambitious way to build a company, but in our first meeting, Bansal showed me a 10-year progression to $1 billion in revenue, and he said, that's what we're going to do. I'm pleased to say that he's on track." Bansal grew up helping his dad with his farming machinery business in a small town in India's Rajasthan state, before testing into Delhi's Indian Institute of Technology for computer engineering. There, he says, he became enamored with entrepreneurship, recalling a campus visit from Bill Gates and reading about an alumnus legend, Sabir Bhatia, co-founder of Hotmail. At 21 years old, he hopped on a plane to California with a few $100s and dreams of getting a green card and starting his own company. But first, he had to work. He spent 7 years as an engineer at 3 small enterprise tech companies, which sponsored his H1-B visa. For full coverage, check out Simone Melvin's piece on Forbes.com. This is Kieran Meadows from Forbes. Thanks for tuning in.